Fun fact, a quick Google search of the words diabetes and black market will bring up a shitstorm of disturbing results. Go ahead and try it. See for yourself in all its glory, and then come back and let's talk about this. Since the unimaginable presidential election of someone who shall remain nameless, Facebook in particular has become a hellish haven on the rapidly imploding state of humanity. I tend to glaze over all the latest drama, just casually scrolling, lightly taking it all in, until I'm sick to my stomach, then promptly log off, just to repeat the same process like an hour later. I barely even post anymore because honestly, I wouldn't even know where to begin. There's such a massive influx of that stuff alone that some of the equally, if not more important stuff goes largely unnoticed. The irony of so-called fake news. During one of my scroll sessions, I half noticed a headline that said, "Diabetes XYZ on the black market." I did a double take and I made a mental note to look into it more later. As a freelancer, I'm responsible for obtaining my own insurance. So I know far too well how disgraceful the healthcare system in this country is. For the longest, I honestly didn't even bother. I mean, there's nothing a hot toddy and a little nap can't fix, am I right? But as I neared my roaring 30s, and thanks to the Affordable Care Act, I was able to get covered-ish. Yay, adulting! Sometimes things were pretty good. At other times it was, to put it plainly, not. With freelancing, it's either feast or famine, so committing to an additional monthly bill is not fun, but totally manageable with a little planning. What's not manageable is all the additional costs that come with actually taking care of your health. Since obtaining coverage, I've made it a point to actually use it. What a novel idea. Annual physicals, dental checkups, routine eye exams, just basic responsible stuff. But you better skip that blood work though, because that'll cost extra. Hope you don't need a root canal because that's gonna cost extra as well. Oh, and UV eye protection is only for the rich and famous. So don't go crazy thinking you're gonna get transition lenses. That'll cost way extra. Now imagine having a life-threatening illness or a child with a life-threatening illness such as diabetes. These additional costs are not optional. It's literally a matter of life or death. I thought I knew diabetes. My grandfather had diabetes, my mom has diabetes, I've administered insulin before, I've utilized test strips and lancets to check blood sugar levels, but we're talking type 2 diabetes here. Type 1 diabetes is a whole other beast I knew nothing about until recently. Not too long ago, I came across a short documentary called Midnight 3 and 6 about a teenager in Texas that has to wear an insulin pump attached to her body and get her blood sugar levels checked every 3 hours, including in the middle of the night. She even has a special diabetic alert dog because she often can't feel the fluctuations in her blood sugar levels, and if it gets too low, she can die within minutes. It's absolutely nuts. It totally blew my mind. I myself couldn't imagine living like that, let alone having a child with these complications. Now let's take it a step further. Imagine being uninsured or underinsured with these same complications. Or maybe you're allergic to the kind of insulin that your insurance company covers and you're living paycheck to paycheck. Next thing you know, you're foregoing basic needs like food and electricity to buy insulin. The thought sends chills down my spine. This is a reality for the family of a 10-year-old girl in West Virginia with type 1 diabetes. Her parents have to literally beg, borrow, and plead to survive each month, so they've turned to the black market for help by trading medication and making backdoor deals with drug reps. The drug maker, the insurer, and the pharmacy benefits manager all refuse to offer any new solutions. They just continue to point the blame at one another while a child's life hangs in the balance. And it's not just type 1 diabetes or diabetes for that matter. This is just one of many black holes that families and individuals find themselves in when it comes to our broken healthcare system. In what many consider to be the greatest country on earth, we can do better than this. Universal healthcare shouldn't be some unfathomable notion only conjured up by the so-called left. Access to adequate healthcare should be a human right, regardless of your circumstances. This is some basic shit, y'all. We should be past this by now. Shaking my damn head for real.